Howdy fellas, we're back with Minecraft. Episode, like 17, I think. Minecraft Survival World. Last episode, we built this here villager trading hall. And in between episodes, I was planning to enchant my armor fully, which I think I said. But it's a work in progress. But we've got some nice enchants going so far. These guys are just tripwire hook trades. But we have looting, we have flame, we have unbreaking, protection, aqua affinity, power, mending, knockback, thorns, efficiency, and then 3 guys who just do nothing. But we've got decent progress going. We can get full armor now, or like, we can get decent armor. I've got prot 4, unbreaking 3, mending, I can get on all of my armor. It's just going to take a lot of emeralds for now. Also, this episode is going to be the first of a continuing trend, assuming it goes well, of me attempting to make my videos a bit shorter. So that's probably going to involve showing a bit less of the building kind of process of the builds. So let me know whether you think that's better or whether it's worse, because I have become more aware of the fact that longer videos don't tend to do very well for smaller channels like mine. So yeah, shorter video probably. Let me know how good or bad that is. And in this episode, we are going to be building a automatic crop farm, because the wheat farm out the front just isn't cutting it anymore. We also have no access to potatoes or carrots, or I was going to say beetroots, but like I don't think I want any access to beetroots. So we're going to build a crop farm. It's going to be more slaves. That's actually probably, that sounds a bit harsh. More villagers. Because the kind of automation I like is the human kind. So, well, I say human. I mean, look at them. That feels more harsh. Anyway, we're going to build a gigantic thingy here. I say gigantic, it's like 20 by 20. Right here. It's going to have 4 different sections, 1 villager in the middle, 1 farmer in each of the sections, throwing crops to the villager in the middle. It goes down into a little thingy, and there's a chest at the bottom, and it says, yeah. I'm probably going to split it 2 wheat on the front and then a carrot and a potato side, because like I said, we don't really need beetroots, but I do have 2 whole animal farms that both take wheat related stuff, and also the chests for the wheat side are going to get clogged with seeds anyway. Oh wait, no they're not. Never mind. I forgot villagers like don't just lob each other seeds. So, we first, I mean, the first thing I did on the creative world was, or on the testing, whatever you want to call it, was kind of flatten this, bring it down a little bit, because we need to create space. But I think this time I'm just going to kind of create space as I need it. So the first thing we need is to clear out our inventory a bit and get some materials. So I'm going to go grab some wood, clear out my inventory, and then we can get back to the space. Okay, I've made the path up to the entrance of where it's going to be, and I've already decided that it would be a lot easier if I just delete this hill now. So, give me one quick second to do that. Now, unfortunately, we've had an absolute tragedy. Not quite on the same level as my birds blowing up, but Spade has died. I was unable to save him because even though I was paying attention to the durability, I don't have the levels to fix him or replace him. Like, fix him with another shovel. It would have cost me 33 levels, which would take so long to get. So, in fairness, it's a bit more of I've abandoned him, but welcome to the family, Spade Jr. Going straight in with the unbreaking, because I want this one to last. Not that Spade didn't last, but it's unfortunate that Spade is gone. Now, I may be stretching the truth a touch. When I say Spade's gone, I mean I threw him behind the corner over here for effect. He's just almost dead. I don't really want to break Spade, because he was with me from the start. I mean, not quite from the start, because if you know, go in my house, there's my first set of armor in there, and he's not part of it. But he's with me since, like, one of the early episodes. So I'm just going to go chuck it in an item frame. I'm not going to, like, make a whole new set of armor for the new thing, so this armor won't ever end up next to him. But if my tools, for whatever reason, end up so low that I can't afford to fix them, they will end up next to Spade, on the wall somewhere. Yeah, that's it, really. Probably not worth coming back for, but Spade is now Spade Jr. So, you know, that's cool at least. Okay, I've finally cleared out the hill a little bit, as you can see here. Just a nice little extra space there. And we're going to get started on this. I have expanded the path over to where the staircase is going to be. This is the staircase that goes down underneath the farm, so that I can access the chests where all the stuff is going to go, because the villager in the middle is going to be surrounded by minecart hoppers, which are going to feed into hoppers, which are going to feed down into chests, blah, 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 all in the middle at the bottom. So we're going to go get them by going down here. And it's nighttime soon. It is, by the way, right now, like pre-night, day 298. So we will hit day 300 in this episode, which means another cake. Yeah, woo! Stampy style, obviously celebrating the birthday because he invented cakes. Birthdays had nothing to do with it. I don't know why I'm on about birthdays. That's the world's birthday. Yeah, sure. And oh yeah, while I'm going to day 300. If you enjoy, drop a like, consider subscribing. Helps me out a ton, gets me out to more people. Got to slide that in there. I fully forgot at the start. But anyway, I'm not going to sleep because I'm an absolute cool dude, yo. And sleeping is for girls. So this is going to be 9x9 of grass. I've put this just as an indicator of where the split's going to be. I will put, like I always do, in the description, the link to the video that I'm using for this design. I am modifying it very slightly. Only very slightly. Because the original one has a center block. There's only a 1 block gap in between each segment. Which I assume is more efficient, because it means the villager in the center is only on a 1 block. Mine is going to be just kind of wandering around in a little 2x2 blocks. So it'll still work, it's just he has to walk over to the villagers who are throwing stuff at him. But I am putting no center block by having 2 here, purely so that I can build another one of them but with a farmer's hat on it. I know, creative original idea. It's because I need to be able to build something on it, you know, to indicate farm, and what more than a farmer indicates a farm. So that's the plan. But anyway, gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 there, and then 10 for the border. This is the outline of one of them, or the length of one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 for the border again. Now this is going to be a double border, because it's in between 2 of them. Got to remember that. Then going across here, we're going to go, well, I mean across 9 again, unsurprisingly. But it's going to be less difficult to guess, because I don't have to count, and counting is boring, so that's a good thing. Now, this bit in the middle is where we will have to improvise very slightly when we're filling it in properly, because that is where the hoppers go, because it's where the villager stands. So the hoppers are going to be, if I have calculated correctly, in these spots right here. These are where the hoppers are going to go. Each going to have a hopper minecart on top, and this 2x2 right here is where the villager is going to stand. And there is going to be a hole in the center of this. Where's the center of this? Where is the center of this? That's a good question. Is it there? Yeah, that looks about right. That is going to be where the water goes, with a composter on top of it, obviously, to get the farmer. Going to put a slab inside this on each of the 4 squares. And they're going to come over here. There'll be, like I said, minecart hoppers on these, villager in the middle. There's going to be a trapdoor, like, there, acting basically in the same, like, flipped up, so it's the same hitbox as this block. So that when they throw stuff, it slides that way, and it will hit this minecart. And even if it somehow gets through it, it will hit that one. So both of these corner minecarts will go to the same set of chests at the bottom, and that'll be the same for every corner. So I'm just going to expand this out, build the corner, build this, like, framework for each side, and then I need to go and craft the composters, so I'm going to do all of that, craft the stuff, build the stuff. You get the idea now. I'll be back in a second. Now, the framework is in place. These walls, you may have noticed, They are there to basically just block the farmers in each side from seeing each other and trying to trade with each other rather than the guy in the middle. I will add walls on the outside, same style as that kind of building and those buildings over there. Composters are down. They have water underneath them. And next order of bees nuts. Not those kind of bees. I can't see them. It ruined the joke. Well, you get the idea. Hold on. Not those kind of bees. I'm sorry. Next order of business is digging out the bottom side of this and connecting it up with the passages here where the hoppers will go. And for making the hoppers is where that comes in useful. It fairly rarely does, to be honest. But when we need that, you know, when we need anvils, when we need hoppers, it's very, very nice. So I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to get the iron for the hoppers. Actually, no. I'm just going to craft the hoppers. You know what a hopper looks like. I'm going to craft the hoppers. Going to dig the tunnel underneath there. Get that going. And see if I have enough wood for chests. Because this is all of the cherry wood I have. And I may have to magically vanish that forest and then replant it again. Which I've been trying to avoid doing. Because I had like 20 stacks of wood. That's a pillager. I mean, it's been a while since I added anything to my collection. Let's have a gander. I had like 20 stacks of wood from the last time I closed it off? Broke it? Opened it? What is the word for chopping down a forest? Deforested my entire island. It's not an island. It's going well today. Deforested the forest from my place. Yeah. I had a lot of wood and I thought I had more than I do, basically. I'm gonna go break some of that down if I need to, but yeah, we're gonna dig the hole underneath, blah blah blah. I've said it like 4 times. Well, let's get on with it. But quickly before we do that, ka-chow, number 12. There we go, number 12. This is just my hall of death and glory. Fellas, as you can see, the time is 300. Yes, I opened it to land so that I could use commands so that I could check what day it was. Day 300. Also, I went and farmed some wood. Day 300. Meaning, it's time to make a cake. So, I apologize if you can hear my fan, by the way. I don't think you can, but just in case you can, while I'm talking, my room got really hot, so, yeah. Now, we need trace eggs. There we go, uno dos trace. We need trace sugar. Do I have... I always forget what my chest is. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Trace... Oh, wait, no, we only need 1 sugar, don't we? I always forget what it is. What is it? 3 wheat, 3 milk, 1 sugar, 1 egg, 1... something else? I forgot how to make it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it is only 1 egg. Let me double check. Cake. Oh no, it's 2 sugar, 1 egg. Aha! Clearly a Minecraft veteran, as you can tell. I may need to get some of this stuff out of my inventory for a sec. Right. Milk. And then wheat, which we already have. Now, luckily, we seem to have a gigantic cow farm over here. So I may know where to source the milk from. I've sourced the milk. And we also have signs. We're going to make another platform upstairs for the cake. And say what episode number it came from, which I will need to double check. Okay, I was right at the start of the episode when I said it was 17, because it is. Which is helpful. Now, 1, 2, 3. All we have to do is construct this absolute beast of a cake. That's the wrong way around. I do that every single time. Literally every time without fail. Cake. Nice. Now, we need the pedestal and the sign for it. Oi. My throat went. Up here. Ka-chow. Day 100, sorry. Episode 5. Day 200. Episode 11. That's interesting. And right here. Ka-chow. Day 300, episode 17. 300, ep 17. There we go. Look at that. And let's have a... Oh, I can't even have a slice. No! I can't even have a slice of my birthday cake. Well, my world birthday cake. Give me a second. Okay, that took way longer than I feel like it needed to, because it's now nighttime. But anyway. Hello, cats. Time for a slice. Oh, as good as ever. Anyway, back to the grind. I have put the chests in here and dug the hole out. I don't actually remember if I already showed the hole, but just in case I didn't, here it is. Goes down underneath. This cobblestone is where the hoppers are going to be. And the chests are here. This is what I mined all the extra wood for. I may have overshot it just a touch, but that's probably helpful actually because we need to build with some of it. But anyway, chests are here. And as much as it looks like these two columns are going to be the same, I think I did say the corners are actually going to be the same thing. So that's like I faced the chests the same way so that you can kind of tell that these ones are the same as these ones, rather than the columns being the same. The reason for that is because of the two corners. The villagers throw it in from the corner, they don't throw it in from the side, so they're more likely to get it in the corners of the same thing and on the side of the same thing. 56 Bumberclot hoppers. I'm gonna never say that again, firstly. And secondly, get these down. So we're just gonna bosh all the way down here. Now, give me some torches. We're gonna light this place up. But we're just gonna have the hoppers feeding all the way down into these chests. Like that. All the way down here. I'm gonna trap myself in the middle if I'm not careful. But all I have to do is... Okay, well, I already trapped myself in the middle. That's great. Just move out, and then bang, bang. I'm probably going to expand this walkway a little bit, so it's slightly less awkward than just walking all the way around like this. Like, I'll just make it 2 blocks instead of 1 or something, so it's a bit more comfortable. But we have that down, so now we just need to... Oh, lovely. Nighttime again. Go up here, and replace the cobble with hoppers, going down into the hoppers below, and put rails on these. Now, literally the only problem with having the double rail is that the minecarts with hoppers might kind of try and slide off a little bit. But we should be fine, maybe. So, we're gonna ka-chow minecarts. And minecart with hopper, minecart with hopper, minecart with hopper, minecart with hopper. Just get a bunch of these. There we go. And now, I think... Should we put a block there? I don't think we put a block there. Because... Well, we just don't really. Now, as long as I can just put these... Aha! Now that is the only problem. So I may have to put a block just while I'm placing them to keep them in. I'm just going to put these corner blocks literally just while I'm placing these down. Because I need them to not fly off the rails. I mean, if I delete this, that's just going to fly straight off. Okay. Good to know. Interesting to know. That's just gone straight down into the hopper system. Cool. At least we know it works. I'm just going to leave those corner blocks there. Oh, cobblestone. Delightful. I'm going to leave the corner blocks because I want the minecarts to stay in the right place. But I don't think it actually affects the villagers because they can still just walk up here and lob a thing, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if I made it like a slab, that might be more helpful actually. Because then it's not kind of intruding on the throwing space as much. Yeah, let's do that. Can I even... No. Okay. So I'm going to need to be very fast with this. Or just break all of it. Okay, you know what? I'll just be back in a second. Okay, a new solution has been created. Slabs are here to hold these in place, and the issue that was created by that is that previously the villagers in here, the farmers, didn't go into the middle because of the rails under the minecarts. But with this, they would just walk over it because they're not detecting the rails anymore, it's just a slab. So, I put a roof on. So now they just physically can't. And the bonus to that is, if I really, really want to, I can just remove the roof of this that I'm going to make and then just stack it even taller. So I could just make this a giant stack of farms, which I find quite a funny idea. Not that I'll probably do that, but, you know, I can dream. So, the design is fully human. We're gonna do this on all four sides, this roof thingy, and get the villagers in. And other than that, we're pretty much done. There is the case of building the villager head on top of here again. I don't think I'm going to copy the villager head fully, because there's one right there. So it would feel a bit weird to just have two right next to each other. I'll probably just build a farmer's hat, like just on its own, on top of here. So it's still the indication. But yeah, other than that, we're done. So I'm going to finish the roof, get the villagers, and show you that very quickly. And then I'll build... Actually, no, I'm just going to go to the end. I'm going to finish it, then I'll show you. I'll be back in just 1 second with a completed build. The build is finally finished. This has taken me more Minecraft and real days than I thought it would. But we're done. We're finished. I did a little bit more than I thought I would, which I feel like I'm saying every time I come back, but whatever. And in 3, in 2, in 1, there it is. Not the top most glamorous build on top of it, but, you know, a farmer's hat, it gets the message across. I've fully decked out the roof, got this nice little archway over the entrance down there. We'll go down there in a second. We got this fella in here. He's the wheat man. We have a potato fella in this corner. In the blue corner, we have a beetroot guy. And in the red corner, we have a carrot guy. So, these fellas are automatically farming. They're lobbing stuff to the fella doohickey man in the middle. Got a farmer's hat on top. And if we head down here, under this nice little shelter, by the way, we have the chests. These two are the wheat ones. As you can tell, it's really, really high production. These two are the potato ones. Again, insanely high production. These two are the beetroot ones. Again, insanely high, especially since all three of those were put there by me. And these two are the carrot ones. Insanely high, given there's nothing in there. The reason why it's not working, like, the reason why there's no, or very little stuff in there, is because they only trade with the guy in the middle when they are holding an excess, which I think is like over 20 something, supposedly. But it varies quite a lot. But anyway, that is that. We have a auto farm now. Auto crop farm. So the cows can stay fed. The pigs that I'll get eventually can stay fed. That's a point. I need a pig farm. I could put that somewhere. All that stuff is done. And just quickly, before you leave, me and a couple of my friends have started up a series on my channel still, that is a revival of an old Stampy series called Building Time. Now, a lot of people who like Minecraft, like me, will have watched that series while it was coming out. So if you enjoy the kind of build battle, little bit of pressure, you know, you guys contribute the topics that we build. Very, very similar, whatever, style as Stampy's and Squid Ones was. Yeah. Same style, same kind of thing. We're building, just some friends messing around. If you want to see that, I'll link it in the description. And I'll put it as a little card in the whichever corner the cards go in. If you enjoyed, drop a like and consider subscribing. Helps me out a ton, gets me out to more people. The playlist for all of the rest of these is in the description, as always. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.